Who am I speaking with?
This is Michael.
Hello, Michael. Thank you for coming today. I wanted to ask you to come in because I've been having some struggle this week with my health and feeling unwell. And I listened to one of our old sessions, and it said to call on you anytime. I wanted to ask if you would help me to feel better and maybe understand what is happening right now.
You are experiencing what some call spiritual exhaustion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That happens when you want to help as many people as possible, but you get too over-invested in them. When you are doing this kind of work, you need to compartmentalize. You need to help them in the moment. And when you're not talking to them anymore, you need to not think about it anymore until you speak with them again. You cannot invest all of your feelings into anyone. You have to help them as much as possible, but not at your own expense.
Okay.
There are a lot of people trying to awaken, but they do not understand.
Oh,
and you
yes.
cannot be bothered by that. You can tell them a little something, but if they do not understand, then they just have to learn it somewhere else.
Okay.
It is not your job to make them understand. You can help them as much as possible, but if they seem like they are not getting it, then you have to just let them go.
And that's making me sick?
Yes, it is, because you think about it a lot. Instead of when someone says something to you and it's out of the meaning of the light, it is not worth your time. They are still learning, and nothing you can say will change that until they find it. They have to look at a lot of things that has to do with the light to understand it. A lot of them won't even bother to look, so they are not worth your time.
Okay.
They will never learn that way.
Okay.
If you give them some information to see and they don't see and they just keep talking, then it is not worth your time to keep talking to them.
I see. There are many a lot of people who say they're awakening, and then they'll say that it was too much, or they had it for a while and then it shut off.
Yes, it is the religion they have been taught. They don't know how to take it. The religion has gotten everyone confused. The light is very simple. Religion is not simple. And they don't understand how what we try to give to them, they don't understand how it can be that easy. So they are just totally confused because what we are telling them is very, very simple,
Mm-hmm.
but they're so tied into the religion where they have a heaven and a hell, and they compare things. A lot of people on Earth likes to have differences. Like they have a heaven and a hell.
Mm-hmm.
We have differences, but ours is negative energy and positive energy and light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Humans is heaven, hell, good people, bad people, but they don't understand that everyone down here signed a contract to do what they do. If they signed a contract to be a bad person, then that's what they will be.
Right.
But they won't be that bad person when they die. They just assume that when people die, they either go to heaven or hell, and that is not true. And that's what most people are programmed to do down there, unfortunately. So, what you try to teach them about the light, it confuses them because they're so tied into thinking about bad people and
Right.
why people kill someone. They don't understand that those people signed up to do that.
Right.
And that really confuses them when you tell them that. So that's why we say we have to give them a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of patience to get people to learn about the light when it really shouldn't, because it's very, very easy. But they've been programmed since they're little that everything is good and bad, and
Yeah.
everything is just put into a box, unfortunately. That's why we try to say don't invest too much time in people. If they don't get it right away, then you can give them information to do it. If they don't look at that information, then they're not worth your time. It just drains you, and you do not need to be frustrated because you need to be in the light as much as possible. So if they don't get it from you, they will get it from someone else. If that's what they choose. Some people just don't choose it, and they just stay locked in a box and believe the same thing their whole lives, and they won't understand until they pass away and pass over, and they see, once they get over here, they see it,
Mm-hmm.
and then they understand. Everyone is going to understand eventually when they pass away.
Yeah.
That's why it's not worth wasting your time, too much investment in it, because if they don't get it while they're on the earthly plane, they will get it once they
Mm-hmm.
travel over here. So either way, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
So there's no point into wasting your time trying to convince anyone. A lot of people on your planet are trying to awaken, but they're so confused with the religion they were taught, they just can't get it. If you give them information to see,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't look at it,
Yeah.
then you cannot waste any more time on them, because they won't get it unless they see it.
It seems like most awakening information is in the videos that we've created, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information
Yeah.
that we give you that can help people, and if they don't listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
then
You can't help them.
You can't help them.
Right. Because they won't listen to anything.
They won't listen to anything.
Right.
Their ego's taken over. They want to learn their way, and that's not the way it works.
And they still haven't the idea of people being better than other people. So when they feel these things, they think they're some grandiose, amazing person, but everyone is a grandiose, amazing person on the other side.
Yes.
And
that's
so
exactly right.
They get confused thinking I'm special when everyone is special.
And you even tell people that to them.
I know.
And they just don't get it.
No, they don't.
Because they're so stuck in the heaven and hell premise.
Yeah.
They're just stuck.
Yeah.
Eventually they will get it, but the only way they would get it is they have to look at this kind of information a lot.
Right.
Like a lot.
Right.
Not just one video. They have to look at a lot, and different people saying the same things from different practitioners. Then they will get it.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the beginning, I asked where I was from, and you told me the seventh plane, which is what I would think you were at, and I thought, oh, I'm special. And now I understand, it's everyone is from there. Everyone is the same.
Yes.
And so now it makes more sense.
Yes,
But
everyone is the same. They just forget when they
yeah.
incarnate, they forget because that's part of the plan so they can learn on their own. So that's the only good thing about it is if you know that pretty much everybody you talk to is going to find out when they pass away. So it's really not no big deal if you don't have to get them when they're here, because once they pass away, then they will see it.
Yeah.
So there's no big extra prize or anything that you get from getting them to notice us on your side.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it does make you feel good when it happens, but at the same time, you should know that it doesn't matter, because once they pass over, then they will realize it, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well."
I do have the desire to do it, and I do have the desire to do that.
But you are sorry to cut you off, but you are helping a lot of people. A lot of them don't even contact you. The only time you usually know is when you have that little section on your video that you call comments. Is that's when you know you're helping people, because they'll tell you. There are a lot of people that are actually watching the videos that you're helping. They're just not making it vocal. So you are helping a lot of people. A lot of people. So you need to keep that in mind. You are helping a lot of people doing what you do. Just because they don't contact you personally and tell you doesn't mean you're not helping. You're helping a lot of people.
That's good.
So you have to keep that in mind, that you are helping people. Just because they don't contact you personally doesn't mean that you're not, or they don't tell you. But you are helping a lot of people. But yeah, that was giving you spiritual exhaustion. I actually have another idea, because I can feel that you're not feeling very well. There is another thing you can take. You're taking the right things, but there's one more thing you can take.
Okay.
There is a thing you call coconut oil.
Yeah.
Put that in your food, and that will amplify it more. Mint leaves are good. You can chew on some mint leaves.
Okay.
Those two things will amplify it, and you won't feel as bad anymore. But you are eating the right stuff right now.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't figure out.
But your spiritual exhaustion was hurting your health.
Oh my!
You can't. You have to have both. All of that goes together. When you have spiritual exhaustion, that is one of your things that always pops up when you don't feel well. Is the thing on your hand.
Oh. Yeah.
Everything just comes together in certain people's bodies. It just usually hits the same spot, because that's the spot that it hits.
Yeah.
That's the spot that it knows that will get you frustrated also.
Yeah.
But coconut oil is very, very powerful.
Okay.
You just get it, melt a little bit. You can put some in a little bit in your food and mix it in. Or you can just
take it.
Get like a little spoonful, and
just a little bit per day.
It's really as much as you want. It won't hurt you. You can get as much as you want. Okay. You put it in your food, and coconut oil is one of the main healing properties on your planet. Actually, is coconuts and coconut oil.
Yeah, coconut oil is very good.
And you can put it in your food, and you really can't taste it. It's just
no.
Your food won't taste any different.
That's true.
So yeah, you put some of that in there, and mint leaves. But everything else you're eating is right. You cut down on the salt. You're using unsalted butter. We know this, and that is really good.
Yeah.
So you're eating very well. The only thing that was bringing you down was the worry, stress of things. And
is that why Coco was upset? Because I was upset? Or does Coco need anything? He's been really verbal lately.
No, he just wants to play.
He just wants
to
play.
You got him a new toy, we see. He wants to play with it.
He wants to eat his butterfly.
Yes,
Can't let him eat his butterfly.
Some cats like to chew on things.
Uh-huh.
They have you ever seen cats what you call hairballs?
Yes. Oh, yes.
The reason why cats cough up the hairballs is because they eat. Not all of them do, but cats just like to eat things, and that's what they cough up. They
just don't want
never have messed up stomach, so if they chew on anything, they usually cough it out and it doesn't stay in there. So if they cough it out, that's a good thing actually, because it doesn't stay in their intestines.
Oh, his butterfly, is it okay for him to eat parts of it and throw it up?
When he throws it up, that's a good thing.
So he could eat his butterfly if I just watched him and not let him eat too much at a time.
Yes.
It's just paper, I think.
Yes, we see the material is paper and plastic, and paper and plastic is not dangerous.
Okay. He'll throw it up.
Yes.
Okay.
And he likes it. You can watch him play with it.
Okay.
If he really chomps on it really hard, you can just kind of flick it away a little bit.
Yeah.
Just watch him. If he chews like little pieces, that's fine. Sometimes we can see that he gets carried away and just really chomps it and takes out big chunks.
He does, yes.
But if you watch him play with it, that's fine.
That's what he
wants his
to play his toy.
He wants his toy.
His toy. I'm glad we found that toy because he didn't like the
He
other
can
toy.
He can tell when you don't feel good though.
Yeah.
That's true. He feels that sometimes, but most of the time he's just wanting.
He's just sad
that toy or wants
playtime.
He's still a fairly young cat, a playful cat.
Yes.
Once he gets to the point where you don't see him playing that much, that don't mean there's nothing wrong. It just means he's grown up and he doesn't play that much anymore.
Okay. It's kind of good then that he wants to play still.
Yes, he's maybe a couple more years he won't be as hyper, but when he stopped being that hyper, don't think nothing's wrong with him. It's just he's older and he doesn't need to play that much anymore.
Okay.
So he's still fine.
Okay, I'll get his toy. What about food for the cats? Because you tell us not to eat processed foods. Well, all their food is processed. I always think about that. What could we feed them besides that, or besides tuna?
The food that you give the cats is not terrible food.
It's not.
Because thousands of years ago and everything, cats used to kill their animals and eat raw food and kill rats or birds and eat animals like that. Yes, that stuff is pure, but the food that you're giving him now is not bad. The tuna is still the best, but cats are creatures that always change up their food. But we don't see anything that you're giving them that's going to hurt them.
Okay.
Now, there is nothing. You actually give them the right amount of food.
Oh, so they're not getting too much then, like the doctor said?
No, you're giving them the right amount. Okay. They will only eat what they can handle.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, dogs, on the other hand, dogs are harder because dogs will eat all the time. They will eat even when they're not hungry just because the food is there.
Yeah.
Dogs are kind of harder to keep an eye out for because dogs will eat until they just throw up.
Yeah.
Cats won't do that. Cats will eat just enough and they will stop if they had enough, and then they might come back and eat it later.
Okay.
Dogs will eat the whole thing even if they're not hungry, and it'll make them sick.
Yeah.
Cats are very good at, because Source made them that way where they eat just enough where they're okay.
I have some other questions for you that I've been thinking about. Do we have time to ask those?
Yes.
Okay. Does the pineal gland get calcified? Is that really a true thing or not?
Sometimes it does.
Okay. So that can really happen.
It depends on the person's diet.
Oh.
Sometimes it gets that way when people eat too much meat.
Too much meat, okay.
That's why we are telling people they don't have to, but if they don't eat any meat, it'll be easier for them.
Yeah.
To get going into the light and stay in the light. But you don't have to not eat meat because your bodies are programmed to eat meat sometimes.
Yeah, because you've told me to eat tuna. Is that just for me, for my body? Is that why?
Everyone really should eat more fish if they wanted meat, because it'll help them be closer to the light. But a lot of people can't do that. Some people don't like fish, and
right. But the tuna that I eat is doing all okay. I haven't eaten much.
Yeah, tuna is good. Any kind of fish is a good kind of meat because it has protein in it.
I noticed they put salt in it, but I guess meat sometimes needs a little salt to cure it, or I don't know.
Yes, tuna has natural salt in it actually, so they really don't need to put more salt in it. Sometimes they do.
Oh yeah, okay.
Tuna has natural salt in it.
They do put salt in everything, don't they? They really do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that was another thing. So why is it that the magnesium, the Epsom salts, are crystal, but if I sit in a bath of Epsom salts, I feel good, usually better? Do those harm our body?
No,
how does
actually you can take a regular salt bath as well. Salt is not on the outside of the body. Salt is not bad, even though it can go into your pores.
Yeah.
Your body is good at regulating the salt from the outside of your body.
Okay.
Because they're crystals. It's just when you take too much in your body is when it hurts, because your blood takes it all in and it's just too strong.
So is the bath the best way to, I guess, supplement it?
Yeah. Because once it's on the outside of your body, your skin doesn't soak it in so fast, but it does soak it in.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better.
It usually clears up this thing that I've got.
Magnesium was found on your planet, and they use it years ago for certain things. They didn't eat magnesium. You can, it won't hurt you, but magnesium is good for the outside of the body as well. When you take it in your body, sometimes it kind of helps. Sometimes when you eat it. Yeah.
So I'm doing okay on that. Like if I just keep taking.
Yeah, everything you're doing is right. The only thing that you were doing was wrong is taking in all of the negative from people you talk to. That when you do that, it breaks down.
That's interesting.
Your light, and it breaks down your body as well.
Yeah, I felt so good after that one night. I don't know what happened that night, but it was like downloads and talking and so many good things.
Yes.
And I felt that pretty steady for. I still feel it. It's just
it's still in you. The good light is still in you. You're just kind of drained a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. So it will come back if I let this go?
Yeah.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, why are people having such like rapid awakenings where all these gifts turn on at once and then they would like turn off or just turn on all at once?
It comes in waves. There is a wave of light that comes through sometimes, and it wakes a lot of people up sometimes. And sometimes it halfway awakes people and they don't know what's happening.
Okay.
You can see it as little mini versions of the wave.
Oh, yes. Oh, the pulses?
Yeah, look at it that way.
Yes.
They're like mini waves.
Do those help prepare us then, like our
Yeah.
bodies?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the gift that we're giving is like little
Yeah.
mini waves
Yeah.
come, and it helps wake some people up, and some people can't understand it.
Now, people talk about awakening symptoms, and we talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Are there unpleasant awakening symptoms that people get? Like, people will say their ears are ringing or they're having a bad day because too much of that gift is coming in.
That is confusion.
Yeah,
They
that
feel
doesn't
it.
make
It
sense
is
to me.
confusion.
Okay.
Their ego kicks in. It is confusion. They're like, "What is this?" And they don't know how to take it, and
Okay.
and it turns their body against themselves, and it makes them sick, and then they turn negative because they just don't understand what's going on.
So there's not ascension symptoms. Why do so many psychics say that? Like, or so-called psychics.
Because people make up words for things.
Okay.
And they assume that we gave it to them and we did not.
Yeah, it's like a rumor that goes around.
It's easy to start things like that on your planet. People just make up a word and roll with it, and people...
So awakening symptoms would be pleasant.
Yes.
Usually.
Most awakening symptoms are pleasant. The ringing of the ears is pleasant. But people take that as a negative.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I do hear it.
Yes.
But it doesn't bother me at all. But I don't associate the aches or pains that I get. I would associate that with just living on the earth.
Yes, a lot of that is living on the earth and getting older.
Yeah. And then I don't know.
The spiritual ones is when you know you just feel a little grouchy. That's spiritual.
A little grouchy?
Yes, when you're like grouchy and you can't understand why people can't understand what you're trying to tell them, that's spiritual exhaustion.
Spiritual exhaustion. Okay. Oh, well, that's a good thing to tell people about, though. Right?
Yes, you need to mention that to
people. Okay. Yeah, nobody.
It's like this.
It's so strange. Nobody gets this information.
Spiritual exhaustion. Spiritual exhaustion is when you are telling people about the light and other things good, and they can't seem to get it because they are so tied up from learning from their religions. If someone says, "Oh my God, my ears are ringing, but I'm getting all these good feelings and I don't understand what's going on. It's like I've never been this happy before." Or they might say, "I'm trying to tell this person about the light, but they're not getting it." And then you can tell it in their voice, they're frustrated. That is spiritual exhaustion.
Okay.
You can just tell them to let it go. If someone doesn't understand, tell them to let it go. They will be fine in the future, or they will be fine when they pass over. Either way, they're going to find out.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for you to get upset about it.
Yeah. Okay. Another question I had, and thank you for telling me about that. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it makes sense. It does. I don't try to force people, but I do try to help them, and I guess the over helping did that, so thank you. The 144,000 thing, what is that about? Is that anything? Is that anything real? It comes, I think, from the Bible, but people take it in so many different ways. Some people think there are 144,000 people that are shifting the planet. Some people think, I don't even know, because I don't really listen to it. Like, I just heard somebody say, "Hello, 144,000 harmonic earth angels of the something, and I was just like, are you kidding? What are you talking about? Is there anything to that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a story.
Okay. Is it a true story?
No.
Okay. So is that something else that someone took from the Bible and then started spinning it off into different stories?
It was a number someone made up that popped in their head, and they made a story about it and threw it in there.
You really? In the Bible?
Because it's easy to make people believe anything if you put it in a spiritual book that you know everyone is going to read.
Yep, I guess that's true.
The people on your planet are easy to convince, especially when it comes to spiritual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple of new religions that popped up on your planet not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still going.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So that's all it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it seemed like it was not... It just didn't make sense to me because of the way you say that we're all the same. And I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me, but I was curious to know, if there was anything to it. So...
anything that you hear that has a certain number or level,
yeah,
does not have anything to do with us.
Right. Because
there is no levels here.
Right.
There are different dimensions because dimensions are made for different people to come in and out. But there are no levels. There are no people that are better than other people.
Right.
Everyone's the same, just on different levels. The different dimension, you put dimension 5, dimension 4, dimension 3. People hear those numbers and they try to say those are levels. Dimensions are not levels. Dimensions are everywhere.
Right.
There is not even a certain number of dimensions. And that is even hard for people to understand.
Sure.
Because they want a set number so they can understand, and that is not how things work.
Yeah, I think just here, there are some things that we can't fathom yet. We can't understand them yet.
Yes, because time is even a made-up misconception.
Right.
Man created time.
Right. Which is probably why it feels so weird, like it's going slower or faster, because it fluctuates and doesn't fit the box we try to put it in. Is that right?
Yes, they want to put everything in a box. Everything has to have a certain time to be here, a certain time to be there.
Yeah.
Man created that because there is no such thing as time. There is not.
Okay. And then someone asked if there was a such thing as a fallen angel, but I was thinking that can't be, because on the other side everyone is a light being. So again, it goes back to everyone being a light being, doesn't it?
Yes, everyone here is a light being.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a fallen angel.
Right. So there's only such duality, I guess, here, or in another planet where you've created that.
Right. And
yeah. Okay.
We Archangels, when we hear that, we kind of laugh a little bit.
It's a religion thing.
We even joke too. We have jokes.
Do you?
When we hear fallen angel, we just act like we trip and fall. We have a sense of humor as well.
I'm so glad. Well, when we talked to Source, when Lisa channeled Source, my friend, Source had a sense of humor. source was very funny.
Yes, that's another thing that people has to realize. You will know everything once you get over here. Yes, we have a lot of information, but we like to have fun too. We tell jokes, and that's a lot of things that people on your planet can't understand because they want to see us as big gods or something, and not joke and just look stern all the time. That is not us. We are happy. We are happy. Everyone is happy over here. So if everyone is happy, that means everyone can joke and play.
Right. That's probably why people had such a hard time believing that session, because they think of God as the religious God who is angry and going to throw you into hell and burn you.
Yeah, we do not like that story, but we know that's the way it was set up on your planet. It just burned into people's minds.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna take a long time for that to go away.
Yeah.
Not a very long time, because everything is going to change.
Yeah.
But yes, the religion thing is unfortunately very strong down there, and it's confusing everyone.
But that may go away, like you said.
It will go away.
It will go
eventually. But of course, we can't tell you what time that will be. But it will be. It will go away. Yeah.
Now, this is kind of a personal question. I don't even know if you can tell me this because it's a different person channeling. But Bashar, we like Bashar. He never mentions the Flash, though. Do you know why?
Bashar is an alien being, but no one has asked him about the Flash, so he doesn't mention.
No way.
Have you heard anybody ask him about the Flash?
No, I haven't.
That's why he hasn't mentioned it. He's not going to give it voluntarily.
Right, and
he only answers what you ask him.
Right, because it's free will, right?
Right.
So he won't interfere with our free will.
No.
Amazing.
You have to ask him first.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to ask him then. I don't know if he'll answer or see it, but I'm going to ask that question. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, that's so strange.
But Bashar is not an archangel. He is an alien being.
True.
He might not even know about the Flash yet.
That's true.
We know that being, but he is a live being that happens to channel through another being. So he might not even know about it yet.
Wouldn't he hear about it or no? Huh.
Everyone learns about the Flash at different times. I can't tell you if their alien race knows about the Flash. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
But I know if they know. But see, that is another thing you have to find out on your own as well.
Yeah.
So I know if they know about the Flash or not, but I can't tell you.
I understand. They just, excuse me, they seem far advanced, but in their story, it also did say that they almost destroyed themselves, so maybe they are still learning. Who knows?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you for that. I think that's all. If there's anything else you can tell me that I need to do to keep my health up or stay in that space where I feel so tuned in, so connected, is such an amazing feeling.
Yes, there's actually one more thing.
Okay.
Garlic helps as well.
Garlic.
So just a little bit of garlic will help as well.
Garlic
kills. Mint leaves and coconut oil.
Garlic kills a lot of things, doesn't it? Bacteria.
Yes, it does. Garlic is very, 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 very healthy and healing as well.
Yeah.
So you just eat like a little bit of that as well.
What does mint do? Mint. What do mint leaves do? I don't know that much. I can look it up.
It helps a lot with blood circulation.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot is why do my arms go numb so much?
It's good with blood circulation. It's almost like a natural blood thinner.
Okay.
And that should help your arms not get...
Okay. Yeah.
You have been good with the vitamin C. That's good.
Oh, I'm trying. I don't know if I should eat the strawberries that are in the freezer. I know
you don't need
good.
The strawberries as much. They don't have as much. They're good sometimes, but they're not a must.
The oranges are better.
The oranges are better.
Oh. Okay. Should we bring Travis back now? Okay. Thank you so much, Michael. I love you very much. Thank you for always being so patient with me. I'm giving you a big hug in my mind.